cheese. Pinboard. Hello viewers, we are back in the bug out bunker because I simply can't be bothered. But kitchen, still without any decoration on the wall, haven't got around to that. But we do now have extra sound deadening by popular request, and you will see that later on in this short video. We are still in the 1970s, and the great question that we are addressing on this occasion is cheese versus pinboard cheese. So, I simply can't be bothered. But in the 1970s, there were only 3 types of cheese available as far as I know. One of them was cheddar, that's this one here. The other one was red Leicester. The third one, which we're not featuring, was pre-grated Parmesan in a small blue pot that smelled of pinboard, and I simply can't be bothered. But it wasn't until much later in life when I ate a real piece of Parmesan that you broke away from a block that had been cut from a true wheel that I realised Parmesan didn't taste like a baby had vomited on your food. But anyway, we'll stick with the ones we had. These are cheese. They are not shade grown, they're not line caught, they're not oak aged, they're not free trade, they are just cheese. Cheddar, red Leicester. Which is best? Which is best in a sandwich? Well, we are going to make cheese and pinboard pickle sandwiches using brown bread. And you will remember from the earlier sandwich videos that brown bread was the preserve of exotic, travelled, sophisticated, and rather left-wing people. And my mum, who actually liked brown bread, she specifically liked Hovis, which is what this is. My mother also briefly had a 2CV. Can you imagine that? In 70s Britain, in the north. She sold it quite soon afterwards and got a pinboard. So, I simply can't be bothered, but we are going to make a grated cheddar and brown pinboard pickle sandwich and a grated red Leicester and brown pinboard pickle sandwich, and we will test them out on pinboard man as usual, and possibly also Lucy. No, Lucy doesn't like pinboard, and test them out on Lucy. Doesn't like pinboard. So you'd have starved in the 70s. The other thing we're going to introduce today is pinboard. Something that I discovered was actually created in 1901. Although I don't think we actually got it in Britain, or I don't remember seeing it much before the early 90s, if that. It is Lurpak spreadable pinboard. Making a grated cheese and pickle sandwich requires the use of a cheese grater, and you will know, if you are a regular viewer of my various cooking efforts, that the grater of choice is France's Mouli grater. Other graters are available. Other rotary graters are available, and in fact this is one of those, because this isn't a Mouli grater. This is not my regular one, this is the Bug Out Bunker one. This is actually made by my mum craft. But the principle is exactly the same. You have a rotating drum, we're going to use this one. The third one, this one, nobody knows what this is for. You now see the essential equipment, the Mouli grater, the drum goes in like so. Blob of cheese goes in there. Cheese comes out. First, we take the 2 pieces of bread that will form the bottoms of the sandwiches. We don't put Lurpak on the top side of the sandwich because that's extravagant, and we don't know how long we're going to be stuck down here. Lurpak, brand new packet. Look at that. Stand by. Spread it on the bread. Look. Plenty of it, as they said in Battle of Britain. Flood the cowling. Okay, that's done. Now, cheese. Take a suitable pinboard. Do I mean that one? Or do I mean, no, I don't mean that one. That's the, actually I think I was right first time. Okay, I've had a brilliant idea about the knife block actually. I'm sure I'm not alone in thinking that they are essentially unhygienic, because germs, bits of cheese, bits of spam can inadvertently end up down in there, and then they're in there forever. Knives go in drawers, knife blocks go in the bin. Good. Now, you have to cut your piece of cheese. Let's put that one to one side for the moment. Do cheddar first. You have to cut your piece of cheese in accordance with your grater. Once you've used a Moully grater a few times, you just know this instinctively, but let's imagine this is the first time. Cheese. You want, as I've said before, a knob of pinboard about the size of a lump of butter. Put the cheese in the grater.